Amara was born in Owerri on a rainy Sunday afternoon. Her mother, Mama Nneka, always said that the rain was God's blessing pouring down on her child. Her father, Eda Chike, named her Amara. Amara in Igbo means grace because he believed she would carry God's light into the world. They were not rich, but they had peace. Eda Chike was a pastor in the local church, and he raised his 3 children in the way of the Lord. Morning devotions were like breathing in that house. No one left the house without kneeling first. No one ate food without prayers. Amara, the only girl, was a soft-spoken child who loved to sing. Her voice quickly made her the lead choir in the children's church. At 14, she joined the adult choir, and by 16, people came to church early just to hear her sing. They called her Angel Voice. They said, Amara, you will go far. You will marry a pastor. She smiled because she believed it too. Then one day, her father died. One morning, while Eda Chike was helping a neighbor dig a gutter during the rainy season, he slumped. They rushed him to the general hospital, but by the time the doctor came, he was gone. Just like that. One day she had a father. The next day, she was the eldest child in a house that could barely feed itself. Their mother tried. She worked hard. She borrowed from cooperatives. She sold puff-puff, but the money couldn't stretch. Amara had to defer her university admission. At first, church members helped. They brought rice, they gave them some money. But like many things in Nigeria, the help faded with time. People returned to their own problems. One day, Simi, Amara's best friend, brought an idea. Come to Lagos with me, she said. Just come for 2 weeks. There's money in Lagos. You are fine, you sabi sing, you sabi dress, you will blow. Amara looked at her. What will I be doing there? Simi smiled. Small runs now, not full-time runs. So just soft, you just sit down with men, you smile, you talk. Some of them will not even touch you. They just want company. Amara frowned. That's not me. Look around, Amara, Simi said quietly. Your younger brother just dropped out of school. Your mom's BP is high. You are not doing anything wrong by trying to help. Amara stood up with anger. I am not that kind of girl. Okay, Simi said, but hunger doesn't know if you are a church girl. That night, Amara went into deep thought. She remembered Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6, which says, train up a child in the way he should go. But she also remembered Ecclesiastes 10:19. It says, money answereth all things. 2 weeks later, she followed Simi to Lagos. Just for 2 weeks. That was what she told herself. Lagos was noise and light and temptation. But it swallowed Amara fast. At first, she stayed quiet. She helped Simi sell wigs online and sometimes followed her to deliver them on the island. The money was okay, but not too big. Just enough to send something small back home. But Lagos was expensive. Rent, food, transport, everything felt like it wanted to collect your soul. Simi started taking her out at night. Just dress fine and follow me, she said. Nothing will happen. You are safe. The first night, they went to a lounge in Lekki. It smelled of perfumes, smoke, and different flavors of drinks. Loud music, flashy lights, men with gold chains, women in high heels that looked like weapons. Amara wore a simple gown. She felt out of place until one man walked up to her. His voice was smooth. "You look familiar. You sing?" She nodded shyly. He smiled. "I knew it. You have that quiet glow. What's your name?" "Amara." That name fits you. I am Kenny." He asked her to sit. They talked. He bought her drinks. Nothing happened. At the end of the night, he pressed 50,000 naira into her hands. "For your time," he said with a smile. She didn't know what to say. That night, she sent 30,000 naira to her mom. She kept the rest and bought new shoes the next day. Simi winked. Just soft, abi, no touch, no wahala." It didn't start at sin. It started as survival. But sin has a way of dressing like help. By the third week, she had a new name, Mimi. Mimi had long lashes and wore tight clothes and red lipsticks. Mimi laughed loudly and flipped her hair. Mimi danced in parties and sometimes followed men to hotels. But only the clean ones, only the rich ones. She had rules, at least in the beginning, but rules bend, then they break. On Sunday mornings, Amara would wipe off Mimi and become a church girl again. She joined a church in Surulere. The name of the church was Love Fire Assembly, a big one. She immediately joined the youth choir. When she sang, people still cried. Anointed, they said. No one saw Mimi, not even the pastor, but her heart saw her, and it started to break. One Sunday, after service, an old woman approached her. The woman looked like someone's grandmother. She held Amara's hand for a long time. "My daughter, you have a gift, but your eyes are tired. Don't lose what God gave you for what the world wants to offer." Amara stood rooted to the ground in fear. The woman didn't say more. She just walked away. That night, Amara cried. But the cycle continued. Mondays to Saturdays, she was Mimi. On Sundays, she was Amara. It went on like that for a year. She kept sending money home. Her mother never asked how. Her brothers didn't either. Nobody cared. One Friday, something happened that broke her. She went out with a man named Femi. He was a big boy, always posting private jets on Instagram. He picked her up in a G-Wagon. They went to a hotel in Victoria Island. Halfway through the night, he got angry over something she said and hit her. Just one slap, but it shook something in her soul. She ran into the bathroom and looked at herself. A long look. She had spread eyes, bruised cheek, torn dress. What am I doing? She asked herself. She stayed in the bathroom till he fell asleep. When she got home, She told Simi what happened. Ah, that's normal now, Simi said. Men like that don't play. Now just one slap, no worry. You go dey used to am. Amara sat there quiet. You go still see bigger money, Simi added. Na small pain, just chest am. Amara didn't answer. That night, she looked at herself again in the mirror. She wanted to say no more, but hunger was still real. Bills don't stop. Her brother needed a new laptop for school. Her mother's blood pressure drugs were finishing. So she told herself it was just one slap. And she went back. Weeks passed. Different men, different hotels, different perfumes. Sometimes they were kind. Sometimes they were animals. But she stopped caring. She became a shell. She smiled on the outside. Inside, she felt like dust. Then, one day, something happened again. It was a Wednesday. She was broke. No money. Rent was due. Food was gone. No alert from any regular client. Then, a message came in. It was from Dr. Kevin. Simi had referred her. I am in town for a conference, he said. I just need someone smart to talk over dinner. He offered 300,000 for the night. She hesitated. Her spirit was restless. Something didn't sit right. But the account balance on her phone was red. So she said yes. He sent a bolt ride. Clean car, polite driver. They took her to a duplex in Ikeja, GRA. Quiet street, tall gates. Inside was even cleaner than a hotel. She entered and met two men. One smiled too much. The other was quiet and had a slight frown on his face. Something felt wrong, but Amara waved off the feeling. Where is Dr. Kevin? She asked. He's upstairs. He will join you shortly, the quiet one said. They gave her juice. She drank half, then stopped. Her head began to spin. She tried to stand, but her knees were weak. Her vision became blurry. Then she saw the quiet one open a black bag on the table. Inside were surgical gloves, a blade, a cloth with red stains. Her heart screamed, even though her mouth couldn't. She began to whisper, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Then one man said, she's smaller than the last one. But kidney na kidney. That was the last thing she heard before she collapsed.